guys see my screen and hear me well?
Yes, well.
Okay, so while others are joining, I'll quickly show it to you that where do you see your RAM? By the way, the topic which we are discussing in VMSS, that you don't have to go and check anything manually. Everything happens automatically. Okay, so you don't have to check anything. But just to let you know that what are we talking about, पता तो होना चाहिए background में क्या है. I'm showing it to you. This is my laptop's RAM. Where do I see it? It is on Task Manager. I right click here and I go to Task Manager and I see this. Under Task Manager, I see everything. So my memory, it is being utilized 87%. So in case if this machine was there on Azure, and if I had a condition that another machine should get deployed once it is above 80%, then this is the case जहां पर 80% से ऊपर हो गया and then a new machine should get deployed. Right? I can decide the same for CPU percentage also. This किसी भी तरह के बहुत सारे parameters है, we'll see that when we do the practical. But is it clear? Did you understand it? When I said memory utilization, did you guys understand it?
Yes.
Okay. If anyone who did not
Yes,
understand,
Sohail.
requesting you to ask me that if I am not showing it to you यहाँ पर, because I don't know कि आप लोगों का understanding कितना है, right? And this is not a part of the course. Whatever is part of the course, I will teach it to you. Even if you ask, you don't ask. But something which is out of our scope, and if you don't understand, do ask. Clear? People are still joining. I'm just gonna wait for a minute.
Sohail bhai,
Yes.
can you repeat it again, please?
Which part?
This one.
What did
I
you not
mean,
understand here?
you said that 80% traffic are.
Okay, got it.
Got it.
So यहाँ पर नितेश, मैं क्या बता रहा था यहाँ पर, जो हम यहाँ पर VMSS पढ़ रहे थे, दिस पार्ट इज क्लियर फॉर यू, राइट? VMSS वाला समझ में आया आपको यहाँ तक कि अगर रैम का यूटिलाइजेशन
Yes.
90% से ज्यादा होता है और 80% इन दिस केस, कुछ भी ये कर लो, दैट यू कैन डिसाइड, आप लोग डिसाइड कर सकते हो. तो एक न्यू मशीन जो है वो ये बन जाता है वहां पर अंडर VMSS, वर्चुअल मशीन स्केल सेट, राइट? सो VMSS में एक न्यू मशीन बन जाता है. सो ये होता क्या है एग्जैक्टली? रैम 90% क्रॉस करना, 80% क्रॉस करना होता क्या है, वो मैं यहाँ पर एक्सप्लेन कर रहा था कि किसी मशीन का रैम आप कैसे चेक कर सकते हो. दो व्हेन इट कम्स टू VMSS, आपको मैन्युअली जाकर कुछ भी नहीं चेक करना है. अंडरस्टूड? ये सब आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए बता रहा हूं मैं. अंडर VMSS you don't have to go to that machine and check कि उसका 80% बड़ा है क्या, and then मैं उसको एक और मशीन बढ़ा दूं. That you don't have to do it. तो just to let you know कि किस तरह से वो दिखता है मशीन का जब यूटिलाइजेशन बढ़ जाएगा. So this is memory. This is my local machine, by the way. This is not an Azure machine. Let me minimize everything here. So it will be a clear picture for you guys. Meanwhile, yes guys, I asked you to think of an application. An application doesn't mean एक application ही होता है, ठीक है? I told you application, website वगैरह सब कुछ same होता है. So think of an application जहां पर daily utilization certain hours के लिए बढ़ जाता है और rest of the days के लिए normal होता है. Now that normal could be anything, ठीक है? That normal could be 2 lakh people throughout the day, और उस particular hour में 4 lakh या 2000 and 4000. So don't go on numbers. But I am asking of an application जहाँ पर नॉर्मल डेज में, नॉर्मल आवर्स में एक लिमिटेड या एक सर्टेन अमाउंट में ट्रैफिक होता है, बट एक सर्टेन आवर्स में ट्रैफिक डेफिनेटली बढ़ता है ऑन डेली बेसिस. कैन एनीवन ऑफ यू थिंक? बिग मिलियन डे का एग्जांपल मैंने दे दिया.
स्टॉक मार्केट हो सकता है क्या सोहेल भाई?
नहीं, स्टॉक मार्केट तो पूरा 9 आवर्स चलता है ना.
अच्छा नहीं,
इंस्टाग्राम, बिकॉज
इंस्टाग्राम
ऑफिस से
ही हो
बहुत
गया
सारे
है
लोग
फिर.
छूटते हैं तो शाम को जैसे ही समझ लो ट्रांजिट में रहेंगे तो इंस्टाग्राम पे ट्रैफिक बढ़ जाता है.
ठीक है, दैट्स अ गुड अप्रोच, बट मोर देन दैट इंस्टाग्राम ग्लोबली यूज्ड चीज है, ठीक है? वहां पर अलग अलग हो सकता है. इंस्टाग्राम जैसे एप्लीकेशन के लिए ये वाला अप्रोच बेटर रहेगा कि जैसे ही ट्रैफिक बढ़ता है वो वहां पर मैं टाइम बाउंड कैसे करूंगा इंस्टाग्राम को, राइट? मतलब टाइम बाउंड में क्या ऐसी स्टडी होगी कि टाइम बाउंड हो सकता है. आई एम नॉट सेइंग करेक्ट, इनकरेक्ट. दे हैव बहुत ही नेक्स्ट लेवल की मार्केटिंग वगैरह करते हैं, वो फोरकास्टिंग वगैरह करते हैं, तो मे बी दे हैव दैट डेटा एनालिसिस वगैरह नेक्स्ट लेवल का करते होगा भी कि भाई इंडिया के इस रीजन से इस टाइम पे इंस्टाग्राम ज्यादा यूटिलाइज, सो इट इज अ करेक्ट वन. Still anything else? Talking about some
IRCTC.
IRCTC, yes, IRCTC. IRCTC is the best example. What time do you think, कौन से टाइम में सबसे ज्यादा ये बढ़ जाता है ट्रैफिक?
Morning 10 a.m.
Morning 10
because
Morning.
तत्काल विंडो.
तात्काल के तात्काल
Tatkal time.
time.
Tatkal
Yeah,
time. Yes.
I'm not promoting IRCTC here, but why I wanted you to think about it. तो आप लोगों को exactly example समझ में आ जाएगा. I hope now you understood के why would you use virtual machine scale set? टाइम बाउंड में क्यों यूज करोगे वो समझ में आ गया होगा अब क्लियरली, राइट? किस तरह का एप्लीकेशन होता है. सेम अप्लाइज टू बिग बिलियन डे भी. बिग बिलियन डे वगैरह भी जो डिसाइडेड होता है, राइट? बिग बिलियन डे सडनली नहीं आ जाता है. आई नो कि बिग बिलियन डे इट्स जस्ट दैट कि नंबर ऑफ आवर्स की जगह नंबर ऑफ डेज आ गया. एंड यू कैन डू दैट, यू कैन अचीव दैट यूजिंग VMSS. मुझको पता है 28 अक्टूबर से 31 अक्टूबर मेरा बिग बिलियन डे चलने वाला है. रोज फ्लिपकार्ट पे 10 लाख हिट होते हैं, बिग बिलियन डे में 90 लाख होने वाले हैं. तो मैं पहले से ही सेट कर सकता हूँ कि फॉर दीज 3 डेज मेरे इस एप्लीकेशन से जुड़े हुए 10 सर्वर है, इन 3 डेज के लिए वो 30 हो जाने चाहिए. आफ्टर 30 डेज वो अपने आप डिलीट हो जाने चाहिए. दैट आई कैन डू यूजिंग VMSS. द अदर ऑप्शन इज यूटिलाइजेशन. यूटिलाइजेशन जो मैं यहाँ पर बता रहा था कि इफ सर्टेन नंबर क्रॉसेस, तो वो मैं यहाँ पर एक्सप्लेन कर रहा था जिसमें नितेश को क्वेश्चन था कि ये क्या है. तो दिस इज नथिंग एंड दिस हैज नथिंग टू डू विद योर Azure. दिस इज माय लैपटॉप. आई एम जस्ट शोइंग इट टू यू कि किस तरह से दिखता है वो. दिस इज हाउ इट लुक्स कि आपका मेमोरी मतलब रैम एंड मेमोरी सेम वन एंड सेम थिंग गाइस. ओके, सो मेरा 80% एंड अबव रैम जो है यूटिलाइज हो रहा है. तो इफ दिस मशीन वाज इन Azure इन केस, और मैं ऐसा कोई कंडीशन लगा कर रखता, तो दिस इज द बेस्ट कंडीशन जहां पे एक और मशीन बन जाती. सो दिस इज नथिंग योर रैम्स यूटिलाइजेशन. टोटल अगर मेरा 8 GB का रैम है तो इसमें से 80% से ज्यादा यूज हो रहा है, मतलब 6 GB 7 GB के करीबन रैम मेरा यूज हो रहा है यहाँ पर. क्लियर?
yes सोहेल भाई.
yes sir.
स्टिल इनिशियली बिग बिलियन डेज में जब एप्लीकेशन फिर भी क्रैश हो जाता है स्टार्टिंग में, इसका मतलब एनालाइज करने के बाद भी.
वो तो यार देखो ह्यूमन एरर होगा ही. इतना मशीन अगर परफेक्ट होती तो सही में वी वुड हैव लॉस्ट आवर जॉब. सब कुछ ऑटोमेशन ही हो जाता. नो मैटर कितना हम बोल रहे कि ऑटोमेशन होगा, सब होगा. मे बी वी प्रिडिक्टेड के यार डेली 1 लाख हिट हो रहा है, बिग बिलियन डे पे 10 लाख हिट होगा, उस हिसाब से मैंने सब कुछ बना लिया. बट सडनली 15 लाख हिट हो गया. यू डोंट नो दैट. वो होता ही रहेगा, समटाइम्स कुछ ना कुछ होता रहेगा. ये VMSS जो आप एक बार कॉन्फ़िगर करोगे, राइट, डू यू थिंक ये लाइफ टाइम स्मूथली चलेगा? मे बी मेरा फोरकास्टिंग सही था, मार्केटिंग थीम सही था, सब कुछ था, बट VMSS कॉन्फ़िगरेशन जो मैंने किया, इट डिडंट वर्क एज प्लान्ड. VMSS ने मशीन्स बनाई नहीं. और मे बी आई थॉट कि मैंने n नंबर ऑफ मशीन्स का कर रखा था, दैट मैक्सिमम मशीन शुड बी 30. समहाउ कुछ स्क्रिप्ट में गलती हो गई और मैक्सिमम नंबर 10 पे ही आके रुक गया. तो मुझको उस ट्रैफिक को केटर करने के लिए 30 मशीन चाहिए थे, बट ड्यू टू सम ग्लिच 10 पे आके रुक गया. तो अगेन आपका एप्लीकेशन ये हो जाएगा, परफॉर्मेंस ये हो जाएगा, लैग करेगा. अंडरस्टूड? तो ये सारे एरर्स हमेशा होने वाले हैं. अगर ये नहीं हो गए तो यू एंड मी वोंट हैव आवर जॉब्स. सपोर्ट टीम का जॉब ही नहीं होगा इफ दैट इज द केस कि आपने एक बार बना दिया और एवरीथिंग इज रनिंग स्मूथली, राइट? और इट कुड बी द केस कि आपने यहाँ पर सब कुछ बेटर बनाया था, बट Azure की तरफ से कुछ ग्लिच हो गया. नाउ यू हैव टू go on the portal and check and raise it with Microsoft that there was no issue with your script, there was no issue in your implementation, but Microsoft की तरफ से कुछ ग्लिच हो गया. Recently if you guys know, Outlook और MS Teams डाउन था, that was a glitch from Microsoft. तो वहां से भी होता है. So that will always happen. Perfect कभी भी कुछ नहीं चलेगा, और वो चलने लग जाएगा, then we won't have our jobs. So is this clear, guys? Scale set, virtual machine scale set. Is it clear to
Sohail,
everyone?
I have one question.
Yes.
So like you told us that in the RAM utilization, if it crosses 90%, then the machine would create it. So is it fixed? If only it will cross 90%, then only the
No.
machine.
I told you that you can fix it whatever you want. It doesn't matter that it has to be a RAM वाला criteria, not necessary. मुझको RAM से कुछ करना ही नहीं. I have plenty of RAM. मुझको पता है RAM में कुछ होने ही वाला है. I could use CPU also. I could use my own parameter. I could use my own percentage. I want कि 50% cross होते ही machine बन जाए. I could select that. That's up to me. This is just an example. I'm giving 90%.
Okay,
Clear?
got it. Thank you.
Yes, guys. Anyone else? कोई दूसरा क्वेश्चन
st-
किसी का? Yes.
Yeah, Soil by Sattar here. In this case, if the virtual machine memory is going above 90% and automatically the new machine get created, is the billing will be charged for the two machines
What do you think?
or only for one machine?
What do you think?
It should be charged for the two
Of
machines.
course,
Obviously.
yes.
Why would
Okay.
Azure give you a free machine, right? But what
Yeah.
Azure is telling you that instead of using my two machines continuously, I'm giving you the benefit, I'm giving you the option to use my two machines only when it is needed. That's what Azure is giving. Azure won't give you a free machine. Azure is
Okay.
giving you liberty. Okay, instead of using two machines 24/7, you use one machine and you use second machine only when it is required, only when it is needed. Clear?
Got it. Got
Okay.
it.
Guys, again, I'm repeating myself. Just because I'm cross questioning, now Satar bhai asked me a question and instead of answering, I cross question him. That does not mean that I feel that it was a silly question. How did you ask? Kyun pucha? No, that is not the aim here, or that is not the concept behind the cross questioning. Okay, I want you to think, I want you to answer, and I'm sure Satar bhai knew what is the answer. Okay, he wanted to clear, so all the questions like this are welcome. Just because a question against question is coming because I am not directly answering and asking you a cross question, that does not mean you should stop asking question. Any question, any sort of any kind of question related to the course, feel free to ask. Okay, fine. So here we discussed virtual machine skill set. Though this topic is not over, we are going to do a practical on this one in detail. और यहाँ पर मैंने सिर्फ आपको ब्रीफ बताया, इसमें बहुत सारे फीचर्स और आते हैं, राइट? बहुत सारे फीचर्स हो गए दैट हर मशीन बनते वक्त मुझको उसमें एक ऐप भी चाहिए. Which feature will I use, by the way, guys? We covered that topic. With virtual machine scale set, मैंने सब कुछ बना लिया, ठीक है? 90% के साथ ये होना चाहिए, एक नया मशीन बनना चाहिए. But I'm saying कि every time the new virtual machine is being created, तो उसमें जो है ना एक VPN वाला सॉफ्टवेयर अपने आप ये हो जाना चाहिए. Which feature can I use?
Add extension.
Perfect. We just discussed that yesterday, right? This one. So if you start reading, guys, if you start learning Azure in isolation, आप समझोगे, but isolation में बहुत ज़्यादा useful नहीं है, ठीक है? So we are learning topics in isolation, but ultimately we have to combine them. In combination, you will get a better benefit. एक combination में आपको एक package मिलेगा, right? So we discussed this. इसके बाद ये discuss करें. So now you know कि आप scaling के साथ extension को किस तरह combine कर सकते हो. Okay, so this is about virtual machine scale set. Now let's talk about availability set. Okay, availability set. Before I go ahead and just read the definition of availability set and everything. Okay, one thing, guys. ये इतना लंबा चौड़ा हम explanation ये सब कर रहे हैं, but still if I ask you what is virtual machine scale set, interview question, can someone of you give me an answer? What is virtual machine scale set? Interview question. Okay, no explanation, nothing. A plain interview question. Understanding of concept is a different thing, and answering something in your interview is a different thing. So who think that he or she can answer? I'm just looking for an answer. This is my interview question. What is virtual machine scale set? Can you please explain? Who can do that?
I'll try.
Yeah, please.
Murtaza here.
Yeah.
It's a feature provided by Azure Cloud, which helps the tenant to scale the servers automatically during a load period.
Yeah, good. You can say something like this, or if you guys think कि नहीं यार ऐसा नहीं हो पाएगा, not possible for me to create a sentence वगैरह, for that reason I have given the complete answers here. तो in class understanding मैं आप लोगों की करवा दूंगा, right? Answers मगब करवाना, that I can't do it for you. You guys will have to do it. And initially I gave you 4 questions. Then in second session I gave you 4 questions, and I stopped giving questions. That does not mean I have stopped this practice. I stopped because हमारा theory part वहां पर खत्म हो गया था. Practical में I did not want to give you any question. I gave you task. So now when we are coming back to theory, I will again put these questions for you. कि ये 4 questions आपको याद करने हैं. But for that I won't keep taking that answer from you. मैं बार-बार answer नहीं पूछता रहूंगा. That is your job. कि यहाँ पर answers लिखे हैं, उसको आपको पढ़ना है. ठीक है? So when it comes to Azure virtual scale set, Azure virtual machine scale set वगैरह, load balancer, you will have all answers here. If you can't create your own answer, read it from here. Okay, everything is here. इस पूरे इसमें सब कुछ मिल जाएगा आपको. Is it clear, guys? Why that came to my mind, because now we are going to discuss availability set. Understanding of availability set is a different thing, and answering availability set is a different thing. By the way, you can come here and you can check this one also. ये भी आपका आंसर हो सकता है. No one will deny that. This is the best answer from Microsoft. No one will deny that. चाहिए तो इसी को कॉपी पेस्ट करो आप अपने OneNote वाले वर्जन में. What is availability set? This is what is virtual machine skill set. This is what is update domain. Here it is. What is fault domain? Here it is. इसका concept समझाने का काम I'll do it. Clear, guys? That answer you should know it. आप यहाँ से पिक कर लो, आप मेरे OneNote से पिक कर लो, आप Google से कोई और आंसर उठा के पिक कर लो. But pick those answer, read them, and utter those words. Say it loudly. दिल में मत पढ़ो. दिल में आप पढ़ोगे आपको लगेगा हाँ ये आंसर मुझको अच्छे से आ गया. And the moment you sit in your interview, you will not be able to say those words. You will know that, but you won't be able to speak it. So do that. इसको आप अच्छे से अपने OneNote में copy कर लो, or the one which is already there, you can follow that also, or any other answer from Google वगैरह कहीं से भी चल जाएगा, as far as it is correct, and start reading them. Okay, what is virtual machine skill set? What is availability set? What is update domain? What is fault domain? Okay, so before we start with availability set, let me give you a quick background with Azure's region, their zones and everything. थोड़ा सा उस पे हम पढ़ लेते हैं, and then we'll discuss availability set, and then we'll discuss why do we require availability set. Clear, everyone?
Yes, Sohail bhai.
So now we were discussing here, we were discussing scalability. यहाँ पर हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं high availability. Topic's name is availability set, that is different, but ये सारा जो पार्ट है ना, ये अंडर आता है high availability. It is also known as HA, and this has nothing to do with Azure. High availability concept is there since a legacy data center. High availability concept was there for your virtualization, be it Hyper-V or VMware, anything. And most of the time interviewer will ask you, do you know HA? What do you know about HA? So what do they mean by HA? Can you see the screen, right? You guys can see the screen.
Yes.
HA, high availability. So we are going to discuss that. So first, we are going to discuss now, we'll finish this in today's session only. Azure, geography, ignore the spelling mistakes, guys. Region, and then I'll have to come to availability zone. But before I do that, or let's go with availability zone. Or before I do that, I will explain high availability, and then we'll discuss availability zone, and then we'll discuss availability set. Is it clear to everyone? This is the path we are discussing. Let's start with Azure. We know what is Azure. Azure Cloud है, सब कुछ है, that is fine, वो सब है. Where is Azure's presence? Azure है कहाँ पर? Can I sit in some country called Ecuador and use Azure? Can I do that? What do you think? Remote country में बैठा हूँ कहीं पर मैं एकदम, and I want to use Azure. Can I do that?
If Azure has centers over there, then you can. If it doesn't have, then you can't.
Who's that?
Me, Murtaza.
Murtaza. Guys, I want all of you to answer. Others. Nitesh, what do you think? Will I be able to use Azure services? I'm sitting in a remote country. Okay. Will I be able to use Azure services?
If their services are available, then you can.
What is the benchmark of their services being available? Is it
Like it is a if जहाँ पे अगर वहाँ पे उसका डेटा सेंटर होगा तो वो
okay? So your
definitely आप
benchmark.
use कर सकते
So
हो.
Murtaza and you almost are on same page. So you guys are saying that I can use Azure if their data center is there. Okay. Ignore the caps, guys. Okay. So this Murtaza and Nitesh is saying. Anyone else with any other benchmark that I'm sitting in a remote country, I want to use Azure? वो गवर्नमेंट से ब्लॉक वगैरह नहीं है, दैट इज implied already. ठीक है, डोंट गो गेट इनटू दैट के चाइना ने ब्लॉक कर रखा होगा, तो नॉट गेटिंग इनटू दैट. Azure से क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग. क्या Azure का डेटा सेंटर वहां पर होना चाहिए? Murtaza says this, Nitesh says this.
No.
What else?
It's
Okay.
not required.
What do you think then? एक required चीज बताओ क्या होनी चाहिए?
Internet.
Internet.
Internet
Internet
connection.
should be.
Okay. What else? Anyone else? किसी और requirement के साथ? Okay, I think we got it covered. Fine. Muting you, Faisal. So yes, guys, the data center is there or not doesn't matter. The only thing you should have is internet and something to utilize that internet. Something as in a laptop or a tab or a MacBook or anything. Anything is fine. A PC, anything. जहाँ से आप internet को use कर सकते हो. The data center is there or not doesn't matter. Okay, so you can use Azure from anywhere. As far as it is not blocked by your government, your organization. By the way, there is no government who has blocked that. Azure से किसी का कोई फिलहाल ये नहीं है. Okay, understood this one, that you only required internet, but utilizing it, using it Azure and using it for enterprise solutions, latency वगैरह ये सारी चीजें कि कितना slow चलेगा, कितना fast चलेगा, those are two different things. For me, I just want to use Azure. Why? Because let's say there's some video or some movie which is not available in India. For example, the latest BBC documentary which they created, and so for some reason it is blocked in India. I want to see that, and I want a virtual machine in UK. I'm sitting in some remote country जहां पर वो फिर से blocked है. I cannot see there. I cannot see in India. I want a machine in UK, so I can use Azure sitting there, have a virtual machine in UK. I will spin a virtual machine in UK region and I'll utilize that. इतना ही use है मेरा. Netflix देखना था बस मुझको, एक documentary देखनी थी. Doesn't matter to me, कहीं पर भी हो कुछ भी हो. That's fine. But I want to run an application, thousands of servers, terabytes of data, daily sync होना है, backup होना है. And there I'm sitting in a country which is remotely located, जहाँ पे Azure का data center नहीं है. And that I want to use on internet. Are these two similar cases, guys? Did you understand the concept? Did you understand the example? Are these two
No,
similar
no.
examples, do you
Sohail
think?
bhai,
No,
please can
right?
you explain again?
One example I'm giving, that I want to use Azure. Example one, I want to use Azure just to watch some Netflix series, some documentary, no, the spelling mistake, guys, some YouTube channel or some YouTube video, which is not available in my country, which is banned in India. Okay, bro. Which are banned in India. तो इस चीज को जो इंडिया में बैन है, if I start watching that on my laptop, will I be able to see this?
Sitting in India, no,
No.
you won't be able to.
No.
No.
Okay. Now, same thing, how can I do it? Sorry. Yeah, VPN, sometimes it works, sometimes VPN also get blocked. Okay. So just to achieve this simple thing, what I can do, I can have a machine, I can spin a machine. Spinning a machine is meant just creating a machine. Create a machine in Azure UK region. Okay. So I'll take remote to that machine from India, that is fine. But every time I access that machine, that is based in UK region. So everything which is available in UK, everything which is not banned in UK, all these documentaries which are banned in India and not in UK, I will be able to access them from here. Are you getting it? I can access all these.
Yes,
documents.
yes.
This
Yes.
is one reason to use Azure. This could be one reason. Very simple reason. Or I want to host a website. A single page website. बहुत ही छोटा सा वेबसाइट है. No one comes there. कुछ नहीं है. मैंने बस किसी compliance के लिए बना रखा और show off के लिए बना रखा है. That okay, मेरे class का एक website है. Fine. I know only 10 people will go, and that too when I send them link. No one is googling me. No one is doing anything. When I send them a link, they will go there and they will check it. तो latency वगैरह ट्रैफिक का कोई खास मुझको फर्क नहीं पड़ा. This is one example. Again, it's the same example. Okay, I'm talking about the usage of Azure. This is one sort of example. Another example could be, I want to run an application जिसपे लेट्स से 1 लाख यूजर्स हिट करते हैं डेली। नेटफ्लिक्स जैसा एप्लीकेशन मुझको रन करना है, ओके 1 लाख यूजर यूज हिट करते हैं, जहां पर आई हैव पेटाबाइट ऑफ डेटा और टेराबाइट ऑफ डेटा, ठीक है, इट्स 5 और 50 TB ऑफ डेटा ऑन प्रीम पे है। इसको मुझको सिंक करना है, सिंक ऑन अज्योर। अज्योर पे भी डेटा आता है मेरा काफी, अज्योर पे जो मेरे कुछ मशीन्स है और आई प्लान टू हैव सम मशीन्स, वहां पर भी अप्रोक्सीमेटली 20 TB। उसको भी फॉर सम रीजन आई एम सिंकिंग इट बैक टू माय ऑन प्रीम डेटा सेंटर। In short, a heavy use I'm talking about. I require 1000 servers. उन 1000 servers का मैं बार बार यहाँ से रिमोट लेने वाला हूँ, and then public will also hit on that server. I'm saying 1 lakh user per day. So my question was, are these two scenarios similar? They do look similar to you.
No, they both are
No.
different.
Definitely different. This is very rare use, बहुत ही छोटा सा use है आपका. So this you can, in both cases you can use Azure, no matter their data center is in your country or not. It is in there in your region or not. In both cases you can use it. In both cases. But technically or from business perspective, do you think this is a suitable option or a good option to use Azure if it is not available nearby me and this is my requirement कि 50 TB का डेटा मुझको सिंक करना पड़ता है, 20 TB का डेटा सिंक करना पड़ता है और दूर दूर तक Azure का डेटा सेंटर मेरे पास नहीं है? Do you think this is a good option? Which one is a good option, do you
No.
think? Which one is good option to you, do you think? First one, obviously.
First one.
Technically both are possible, but this is not at all feasible, business feasible बिल्कुल नहीं. इतनी latency होगी कि आपका ना ऐप चलेगा ना सिंक चलेगा, कुछ भी नहीं होगा. So I hope you got this. Using Azure, it's fine, but using it properly, it's not available everywhere. Technically it is possible to use, but you will not use that. Is this clear to you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Now let's say, where do we have Azure? Don't take screenshot, guys. This data keeps on changing. Take the link, always follow the link. Screenshot कोई काम का नहीं होता. Waiting for this to download. Okay, now I'm not gonna compare this. This you can take as your homework to compare it with AWS, that how many centers AWS has or how many regions AWS has. You can do that at your own. I'll talk about Azure, that how many regions Azure has. Sometimes they do ask interview question होता है, बहुत ज्यादा impact पड़ता नहीं है उस question से, but you should know at least एक nearby number तो होना चाहिए, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि Azure के 146 130 regions है and then you are saying कि शायद 10 है. That should not happen. So how many regions Azure should have? That answer is here somewhere in my OneNote, but I will never ever recommend you to remember it from here. Why?
They keep
It's an
changing.
old data.
Yes, yeah, it could be old data. It's the better thing you
It
come here
changes every
or just do a Google search. You don't even have to come here or map पे explore करने की जरूरत नहीं है all the time. Map, I just got it, so we can understand it well. You can simply check number of Azure regions. 60 plus it has. Okay, so in this case, if you're answering 30, if you're answering 10, if you're answering 20, clearly shows that you do not know your own thing. If you say 59, 61, fine, understandable. Okay, last time when I checked, it was 59. Clear? Is it understood, guys? So how many regions are there? 60 plus. It
60
doesn't even
plus.
say that. It doesn't even say exact number. You just say 60 plus. It's fine. Okay. Where are those regions? यहाँ पर हमको geography की class खेलने की जरूरत नहीं. You'll get that list here. So you can check that list. So we don't have to, I mean, keep on guessing countries and region. That we don't have to do that. New updates, you can look here. What are the updates? Fine. Microsoft bringing more options to Australia and New Zealand. So they already have their data center. Recently, they brought a new data center to Hyderabad. Microsoft announces, here it is. Can you see, guys? July, Microsoft announces intent to establish India data center region in Hyderabad to accelerate the country's digital momentum. So they haven't started it yet, or maybe they have. This is July's news. We'll have to see that. Does it mean this is their first data center in India? Looking at this or reading at this, what do you think?
No, this is I think
No.
third one.
No,
Second one.
It's fourth. They have one in Pune, they have one in Mumbai, they have one in Chennai, and this is fourth. Okay. So now let's look at that. Let's start. First thing, the very first hierarchy we have is Azure geography. So what do you understand by geography, Azure geography? If I say Azure geography, what comes to your mind? What do you think it is?
Azure's presence.
Yes, Azure's presence in that geography. So geography, they have divided it somewhere, maybe country ke base pe, not necessarily country ke base pe, somewhere it is country, somewhere it is continent, kisi tarah se. Okay, but we will see Azure geography. So India is Azure geography. You see, Azure presence is available. So we'll call it Azure geography. United Arab Emirates, UAE, Azure geography is there. Qatar is there. Saudi Arabia is there. It means Azure's presence is there. We are not getting into region and बाकी सब फिलहाल कुछ नहीं कर रहे. Azure geography का मतलब क्या है? Azure's presence is there. Sweden, it is there. So wherever you see these white dots, these are representing Azure geography. Clear? Clear, guys? Is it clear, Azure geography?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is Azure geography? You can read here somewhere. यहाँ पर होगा, or otherwise you got it. You can prepare an answer in your own language. Still, let me see. Okay, we have a question for Azure region. Let me see if I have for Azure geography. If not, it's very easy. You can simply say that wherever the Azure's presence is there, that is called Azure geography. Okay. Then we have next Azure region. इसका आंसर कहाँ पर होगा? Here you have Azure region. What is Azure region? Okay, Azure region is a set of data centers that are connected through a dedicated low latency network. See, this is what I was saying. कि interview question का आंसर थोड़ा सा अलग होता है, आपका explanation थोड़ा सा अलग होता है. So if you answer in this way with these jargons, थोड़ा सा better impression होता है. Otherwise, even if you show कि understanding है, that is good enough, fair enough. Here it is, Azure geography. An area of the world containing at least one Azure region. Geography is defined a discrete market to preserve the data residency, whatever you want to read it completely, clearly copy pasted. I have done it though, but this is a copy pasted Azure's definition of Azure geography. So what I am helping you with is understanding. What I want you to prepare yourself with definitions. I'm not saying कि इसको exactly mug up कर लो. Okay. Don't do it. लेकिन एक understanding यहाँ से ले लो, कुछ jargons यहाँ से pick कर लेना. Azure region के लिए भी Azure availability zone, availability set, data center and everything. Is it clear, guys? Till here? We'll go back to map.
Yes.
So Azure geography is one thing. Okay. Next thing is Azure region. Now what is Azure region? यहाँ से हम discuss करना शुरू करते हैं. यहाँ से हमारा discussion थोड़ा सा technical भी होगा and vast भी होगा. So what are Azure region? I say Azure geography. इसका मतलब है कि Azure's presence. So Azure's presence कहाँ पर? इंडिया में Azure geography है. Why? Because Azure's presence is there. Okay. So now how many region are there? What is the definition of geography? That minimum one region has to be there. Minimum one region has to be there. Does it mean only one region has to be there?
No.
No. So minimum one region, maximum could be anything. So let's see that how many region India has.
3.
Which one they closed, or is the Hyderabad not opened yet? Let me see. Okay. This one is representing your region. So they have one in central India, which is in Pune. I don't know the address, don't ask me. They don't give it on the website. I think it is somewhere, or that's not none of our concern here. They don't share the address on website, so they don't even share the address. Because do you have to do anything with their data center? There's no task जहाँ जो आप उनके data center में जाके करने वाले हो. कहीं पर भी ऐसा कोई task नहीं होगा. So you don't need to know their address, their data center address. Okay, but one is there in Pune. This represents the region. One is there in Chennai. And one is there in Hyderabad. They have one in Mumbai also. Maybe it's down या किसी reason से बंद किया होगा उसको. I don't know, but definitely they had one in Mumbai. We have created many machines in Mumbai. Maybe now they're switching the Mumbai one to Hyderabad क्योंकि पुणे मुंबई वैसे ही बहुत ज़्यादा पास हो रहा था. For some reason they're removing it. We don't know. As of now, how many regions we have? One is in Pune. One is in Hyderabad. Why is it grayed out, by the way? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between
Still
this one?
under,
Yes, it is
still
coming
under
soon.
implementation.
It is coming soon, and these are two operating. So one is there in Chennai. So this is your region. Understood, guys?
Sohail bhai,
Yes.
I have a question regarding data center. Like
Yes.
when we speak about Azure data center, what does exactly does it mean by Azure data center?
What do you understand by data center, by the way?
Like if I take by the word, I think that all the physical servers are present there.
Exactly, that's what it is. When they say Azure data center, it's their physical server. When I say my
Okay, so
on-prem data
nothing.
center, so data center is, sorry, I'll just complete this and then I'll give you a chance for if you have any further questions. So when I say my on-prem data center, my on-prem data center will have my server rack, AC, storage, networking, everything. I showed a picture to you guys. You remember data center का एक picture मैंने बताया था initial इसमें?
Yes, yes.
That is what a data center is. That is my on-prem data center. When I say Azure data center, that is Azure's data center. वो उनकी facility है सारी वहाँ पर. Yes, you're asking something.
Okay, so it doesn't have to do anything regarding Microsoft's offices, like the work centers, like
No,
any other things like.
no, not at all. Here it
Okay,
is.
okay, cool.
Something like इस तरह से कुछ दिखता है. I'm not saying कि ये पुणे का होगा, कहाँ का I don't even know. ये Microsoft का है क्या वो भी नहीं पता है मुझको. But something like this. इस तरह से दिखते हैं data centers. कुछ नहीं होता है. बड़ी बड़ी बिल्डिंग होगी. बिल्डिंगों के अंदर इस तरह से बहुत सारे आपके racks बने होंगे. Racks में सर्वर लगा होगा. आपका नेटवर्किंग केबल होगा, AC होगा. I mean whatever we discussed for data center. I hope you guys remember. Security guard, cooling control, everything and anything connecting, data connectivity, उसमें ISP, उसमें MSCB का एक कनेक्शन होगा, मे बी एक टाटा का होगा, मल्टीपल ISPs हो गए, मल्टीपल पावर कनेक्टिविटी होगी, हार्ड डिस्क हो गए बहुत सारे जिसमें डेटा सेव होता है. That's what your data center is. Clear, guys?
Yes, for being or let's say for making a region, you just need to put a data center in that place.
You as in Azure.
Yeah, Azure.
Yeah, yes. It's their own terminologies. वो हटा भी दे उसको, doesn't matter. As of now, yes, that is the terminology. That if there is a region, then if there is a data center, even a single data center, that will be called a region. Okay. So here maybe they
Okay.
have one data center. They could have multiple data centers also. That we are going to discuss later. I don't want you confused now. One region, having a region means having at least one data center. Okay. Now, if you see this one, Pune's region has 3 zones. Now, what is zone? I'll come to that later. So hence I don't want to confuse you guys. We're not discussing that now. 3 zone का मतलब 3 data center ही होता है, but we'll discuss that later. As of now, we are sticking to geography and we're sticking to region. Only 1 minute is left. We'll take a